we face a serious threat. It is not from foreign powers or distant enemies. This threat comes from within. Our own values, the very foundations of our democracies, are under attack. Freedom of speech and religion, once considered sacred, are being eroded. This erosion is happening slowly, subtly, but undeniably. Look to Europe. In Romania, an election was annulled. A former EU commissioner celebrated this. He even suggested similar actions could happen in Germany. This is alarming. Elections are the bedrock of democracy. To undermine them is to undermine the very system itself. Digital censorship is on the rise. The EU has proposed shutting down social media during civil unrest. Their stated goal is to combat hateful content. But who decides what is hateful? Such broad powers open the door to abuse. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The police are now involved in thought policing. In Europe, citizens have been raided for posting anti-feminist comments. Think about that. Raided for expressing an opinion. This is not the mark of a free society. It is the mark of an oppressive regime. Censorship, even with good intentions, is a dangerous game. Today it's hate speech. Tomorrow it could be any dissenting view. Once we start down this path, it's hard to turn back. We must be vigilant in defending our right to free expression. The very idea of misinformation is often used as a weapon. Who gets to decide what is true and what is false? These are complex issues. We need open debate, not enforced narratives. When we silence dissent, we stifle progress. Consider the case of the lab leak theory. This theory about the origins of COVID-19 was swiftly suppressed. It was labeled as dangerous misinformation. But was it? The truth is, we still don't know for sure where COVID-19 came from. Suppressing this theory prevented open investigation and debate. The lab leak theory, regardless of its validity, became a prime example of how quickly dissenting voices can be silenced. It was branded as misinformation, even though there was no conclusive evidence to disprove it. This highlights the danger of prematurely shutting down debate. Instead of encouraging open inquiry, authorities and even social media platforms actively worked to discredit and suppress the theory. This had a chilling effect on free speech. Scientists, researchers, and everyday citizens became hesitant to speak out. The suppression of the lab leak theory serves as a stark warning. It demonstrates how easily powerful entities can control narratives. It highlights the importance of allowing open discussion, even on controversial or uncomfortable topics. Section 4. Defending the right to disagree. We must defend the right to disagree. This is fundamental to a free society. We may not like what others have to say. We may even find their views abhorrent, but we must defend their right to express them. Look at the case of the Christian activist convicted in Sweden for burning a Quran. He was convicted for offending religious groups, regardless of your views on his actions. This sets a dangerous precedent. It suggests that causing offense is grounds for criminalization. In the UK, a man was convicted for silently praying near an abortion clinic. He violated buffer zone laws designed to prevent protests. But he wasn't protesting, he was praying silently. This is an infringement on freedom of thought and religion. Section 5. Open discourse, the cornerstone of democracy. Open discourse is the cornerstone of any functioning democracy. It allows us to challenge ideas, debate policies, and hold our leaders accountable. Without it, we're left with echo chambers and enforced narratives. We must be wary of those who seek to silence dissenting voices. They may claim to be acting in the name of protecting democracy, but true democracy thrives on the free exchange of ideas. It withers and dies under censorship. We must be vigilant. We must speak out against censorship and thought policing. We must defend the right to free expression, even for views we find disagreeable. Our freedoms depend on it.